Hi everyone, it's Dorcas and welcome back to my channel. So I thought about doing a mid-year check-in, a chokaigi as they call it, and mine would just be super quick. It would be I have spent the last couple of months trying to get back into my journaling routine, my planning routine. I was in a slump for a long time. And about a couple of weeks ago, I was even considering jumping ship. Now, I'm not the type of person or planner who abandons her book partway through the year to then start all over in a brand new book. I don't want to have to update that other book, migrate everything over. I just like to stick with it, even if it's painful for me. I know some people feel like if it's not working for you, like just don't stress yourself out, find what does work for you. But I don't want to buy another planner. I don't want to have to spend the money. I don't want to have to update that new book. I don't want to then feel guilty about having part of my life in one book and then another part in a different one. Now, I can't say that I've never done that. I just try really hard to stick with it or find some way to make what I currently have work. So, when I found myself wanting to switch over to another planner that I thought was going to solve all of my problems, I decided to do something else instead. Now, the planner that I was considering is the Take a Note planner because I was finding that I was feeling really overwhelmed by having a full blank page, and this is an A5 Faded Chronicle planner. And so in the back, there are 230 something blank pages for journaling and all of that. There's also vertical weeklies and horizontal weeklies. I have not been using any of these pages. I've been trying to just at least focus on my journaling. So when I found that I was getting tempted by the Take a Note planner, which has the monthlies, it has vertical, no, you know what? It does not have vertical weeklies. What it has is a little horizontal situation and then 2 days per page. So instead of having a full page for each day, it is sectioned off and there is a little timeline on the side and you got half a page for each of your days, and you can use it for to-do lists, you can use it for journaling, you can use it to time block, what have you. But then you also have a little section at the beginning of the week to write down events or whatever you want in a horizontal format. So what I decided to do instead of buying a whole new planner, even though the 2026 ones are on sale, they're cheaper, obviously the year is halfway over, I decided to create those layouts in this book. So I decided I'm going to do this for the month of July, and if I stick with it or if I like it, I don't think I'll necessarily buy the Take a Note for the upcoming year or even this year, but because I like to draw out my layouts, I think I'm going to go back to that style, that Bujo, like bullet journaling style, where I'm just drawing out my own layouts. I might stick with this situation. So here's what I mean by what the Take a Note planner offers. There is this section here where you have all 7 days of the week at a glance. So I use these stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co., these date stickers, and then these days of the week stickers are from Planner Monkey Co. And so I put in my meetings, appointments, things that I have to do over the course of the week. Those will be here in my kind of weekly dashboard. And then we have half the page for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we start over with the next week. Now, this is the current week, and so I have been doing some journaling. I also went ahead and pre-decorated to just remove that from my list of things that I need to do on the daily. So I went and just kind of created these layouts, put in some stickers, washi tape. I chose some Tombow markers to coordinate with the stickers and the washi that I used. I haven't done the upcoming week yet, but I will do that this weekend. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue on. So to go back to this first spread, the first week I did put in the timeline alongside each of the days. I didn't really use it, but I wanted to get it as close as possible to what was already on the actual take a note. I also used a layout or inspired by Munchiko. So Nelly, I took her handwriting class at Little Craft Fest, and I loved how she kind of takes a magazine layout approach to her pages, to her spreads, in that she, makes sections. She uses coordinating stickers and Tombow markers. She draws out boxes. She uses different hand lettering. So I was kind of taking a page of inspiration from her layouts, and I'm definitely going to link to her Instagram page in the description box below, because her handwriting, like everything she does, is just goals. I was so impressed. I was amazed when I was able to flip through her journal in the class, because it's, oh my goodness, the time, the dedication it takes to write that small and that neat. Just impressed. So I kind of laid out again. So let's go to some of the before the pen pages. I just sectioned out some boxes, some areas, so that it didn't feel like I had to write a continuous thought from top to bottom. What I've been doing is I'll write a little bit, then maybe I'll put the book aside, go do some tasks, and then I'll come back to it later when I have something else that I want to include, and then maybe at the tail end of the day I'll add a little extra something. For this one, I did write it all in one sitting, but for most of the others, I just have it in sections, and that's how I've been writing them in sections. I do the one thing that I don't have or didn't have in this layout was a dedicated space to write my to-do list, to do like my brain dump. So if I go back, so yeah, so I have a lot of blank pages, but here. So here I would just use this space to do my to-do list, and then I would take from here and kind of figure out what my day's task list will look like. So I don't have that in this layout, but I've just been adding it into a day of the week that was a little light on the journaling front, and just did my task list there. So for this one, last week I did it on a Tuesday, and this time I just did it on a Monday. And I think that works for me. I'm fine with it. The only thing is, I don't have a place to take care of habit tracking. So again, it's kind of a work in progress, but the nice thing about drawing these things out myself is that I can edit it and change it and tweak the layout so that it fits my needs. Um, so I have these date stickers from Faded Chronicle. These little emojis are from the Coffee Monsters Co., and I'll just write in how I felt at the beginning of the day. These are also from Coffee Monsters Co., the little weather stickers. And so I'll put in, the weather for each day of the week. And just so you know, this is also from the Coffee Monsters Co. This is from Hubman and Chub Girl. These are just sticker sheets that I've bought over the course of this year. These are from a pet tape. I can't even remember which one, because I've collected so many and swapped so many as well. So yeah, so I've just been enjoying it. It's a little, more stress free, which is exactly what I've been needing and wanting after months of kind of not getting into this book. It's gonna be me getting to the finish line, but like I am trying to make this work, and it's just a blank book. I don't know why it's it's not speaking to me. I don't know if it's the paper. I don't know. You know what? I will say about the paper, I hadn't been using my Energel Clena that much in this book, but when I was drawing out my layouts, I did use it, and I did notice that it was like just almost the slightest bit of bleed through. Let me see, like, I mean, you can barely tell on the camera, but I can, that that pen was starting to bleed through to the other side, which was a surprise to me. There's some here as well. Let me see if I can get you closer. So you see how it was just about to start bleeding through to the other side. So I was like, well, that's not cool, but it is what it is, and I am making it work. Um, so yeah, so after not journaling at all throughout June, uh, I decided, let me give this a try, and hopefully it'll spark spark some kind of joy in me again. I did love that I was able to use some stickers and just, I don't know, lay out these pages. I have so many stickers to get through, so I I will use any opportunity that I have to just plop them down on the page. So I'm going to continue doing this over the course of July, see how that works. I'll do a little update check in to see if I do, in fact, like this layout. But I will say, just off the bat, the fact that I've been able to keep up with a week and a half of journaling after not doing that for a couple of months is good news to me. So I'm definitely going to keep going in this trajectory. And I also like that laying it out and pre-decorating it, just again, it makes it easier for me to plop in at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and I don't have to think. It's just I'm trying to remove as many obstacles that stand in the way of me getting my thoughts down on paper. So I'm probably going to go ahead and decorate the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a very, very busy summer. We have Stationery Fest coming up in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I can't believe it. In 3 weeks, I am wrapping up, just finishing up my class kits for the workshop that I am teaching there. Then I am going to go to the DC Pen Show. So I'm excited about that. And then I have some other fun things in the works. Some more classes are coming your way in the fall at some other events. So I will definitely give you all the details when those are finalized. But yeah, I have a bunch of trips that I'm trying to stay on top of things and organize and just kind of make sure that I'm taking time to document all of these things that are happening for me. So all good things, all exciting things, and I thank you for coming along with me on these little adventures. And yeah, this was going to be a quick video by my standards, a very quick video, just updating you, letting you know that if you are feeling uneasy or frustrated with your current planners and you are being tempted to try out a different layout, just grab an empty notebook. I know you have so many of them lying in your drawers, in your baskets, in your cabinets. Just pull one out or just take out some regular loose paper and draw out those layouts. Draw out that vertical or horizontal weekly or some new journaling style. Try it out for a month or a couple of weeks. See how you like it. See how you can make it your own, and then go from there before trying out another notebook that you feel is going to solve all of your problems. um, I'm just such a huge proponent of just drawing it out yourself, and I think for next year I'm probably going to do just that, just draw it out myself, because then I can try a different page, a different layout, should that one no longer work for me. So all that to say, I hope that your summer is going well. I hope you're staying cool or warm, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!